The biggest tournament of the year is finally here, the Bassmaster Classic. While the pros are battling it out, Mother Nature is throwing her own punch with severe storms, tornadoes, and even a blizzard in the Midwest. If you're planning to fish this week, you need to hear this. We'll break down everything from the wild tournament conditions at Ray Roberts to the storm system shaking up the country, plus the best baits to throw in your area. And don't forget, we're on the road to 500 subscribers. If you love fishing and you want the best weather updates every week, hit that subscribe button. Let's go. All right, guys, starting off as always with our map. Our ice line is sitting up here right along the Canadian border states. Most of the country is thawed out. It's looking great for fishing for everyone. We do have these storms moving through here, bringing tornadoes and things right now to Illinois, Indiana, and there is going to be cool weather behind that. We had a huge blizzard last night in Nebraska. I was on my way home from Cancun. I had to drive 2 hours, and it was crazy. But we made it, and we're here filming the video. We do have the Bassmaster Classic this week down here in Texas. It is at Lake Ray Roberts. It's going to be an absolute shootout. Going to be some giants caught in that thing because they're right there in that pre-spawn / post-spawn time frame. So you're going to see guys fishing beds, but you're going to see guys throwing some giant baits too. We're looking at an awesome event, but high winds. If you guys have seen the practice videos, have been nuts. Guys are damn near sinking their boats at the ramp. So stay tuned for the rest of the video, and we'll check it all out and break it down for you. All right, jumping straight into our weather for the week. We do have this low pressure system sitting right over Illinois and Indiana. And this did bring some tornado activity and some severe storms all the way through here. And that's going to continue to push east. There is some snow behind it, but it has died down quite a bit. It's going to bring some thunderstorms all along this line between Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, but it is going to weaken as it moves east. So anybody that's in its path now should be pretty safe. You're going to get some snow up here in the north, but nothing crazy like it was in Nebraska. We had some crazy conditions last night. And that's just going to push out. And then look for your weekend right now. Friday, Saturday should remain dry for most of the country, except for the northwest up here. You are going to see rain as always and snow up in the mountains. But everywhere else in the country looks great as far as precipitation goes. And then on Sunday, we are going to have a storm system push over actually out of Canada here that is going to bring a little bit of severe weather in Missouri and southern Illinois. We'll look at it closer when we get to Friday in our weekend update. But as of right now, we are going to be looking at a little line of storms that's going to push through there and then through the northeast as it moves out. And it could bring a line of severe thunderstorms to the southeast. But as I said, we'll look at it closer when we get to Friday. Alright guys, we do have a new feature here on the Bass Prediction Center, and this is our new wind gust map. And right now, as you can see, the gusts in this area have been crazy, up to 60 miles an hour all through Kansas and Nebraska, 30 miles an hour down in Texas where the Bassmaster Classic is taking place. And this is going to push east with the storms and calm down. So you're just going to have 30 mile an hour gusts on Thursday here along the East Coast and up in the Northeast. And then it should be nice and calm on Thursday there for the last day before the Classic. And then on Friday, it's going to pick right back up. You're talking about 40 mile an hour gusts in the morning, up, and then 30 mile an hour gusts in Texas for the day of the Classic. If you're up here in the Great Plains, you're still talking about gusty winds, and in the Northeast, same situation. Everywhere else in the country is looking pretty calm on Friday. And then on Saturday, kind of the same situation. Let's see the morning here. There's 6 in the morning for the takeoff. Definitely some 33 mile an hour gusts in the Ray Roberts area. All through the Northwest here. Very gusty winds in the 30 mile an hour range, and the same thing in the Northeast. As we move through the day, they're going to pick up here in the Great Plains. Texas, going to be windy all day. Look for possible cancellations on Friday of the Classic. Let's sure hope not, but there's a chance because Ray Roberts is a giant lake. And then on Sunday, we are looking at very gusty winds throughout the night, and that could mess up the fishing for sure for the Classic. And then in the morning time, still in the 30 mile an hour gust zone. Great Plains gusty as always in March, and then in the Midwest, very gusty. But the rest of the country looking really good. California, you have a great weather right now for fishing. So if you're fishing pre-spawn or spawn in California, you're looking fantastic. And the Northeast doesn't look too bad. And then Florida, you're sitting pretty as always. All right, our high temperatures for the country for Friday are looking great over most of the country. We came right out of that blizzard. We're going to be right back up in the 50s and 60s in Nebraska and Kansas. 60s and 70s for Oklahoma and Texas. South Texas, 80 degrees. Florida, mid-80s. Very beautiful weather as always. Southeast looking at 50s and 60s all throughout the area. Should be really nice. California, very nice weather as always, in the 60s on Friday. Let's look at Saturday. Back one here. All right, Saturday highs, upper 70s in Texas. Very beautiful weather to be fishing. Definitely a warming trend going to be happening at the Classic, which should help the bite tremendously. 50s and 60s throughout the vast majority of the country here. Some 40s in the northern parts, but in the mountains, obviously, it's cool. But looks great on Saturday for anybody that wants to fish if you're outside of any stormy weather. And then on Sunday, our highs look even better. It's actually going to be even warmer. You're up close to 90 in Texas. In the Dallas area, you're in the mid 80s, and then 70s and 60s all throughout the southern half of the United States, and then close to 50s in the northern half. So, really beautiful day to be on the water, guys. So, to break it down, after this storm passes through, you guys in most of the country should be sitting for a very beautiful weekend for fishing. It's probably the best one so far this year. So, if you have a chance, you definitely need to get out. Just watch out for the storms on Sunday. Other than that, fish Friday and Saturday, and you guys should have an awesome time, especially in those pre-spawn and spawn zones. Let's move on to the tournament spotlight. The biggest stage in fishing is here, guys. The Bassmaster Classic is at Ray Robertson. 1 day, 10 hours, and 8 minutes. Super excited for this one. I think my boy Ben Milliken has a great chance to do well at this tournament. This is going to be that pre-spawn, spawn events. You're going to see guys scoping and guys fishing on beds. It's going to be super fun. Giant fish are already being caught in practice. If you guys have seen any of this stuff on Instagram or on Facebook, there has been some extremely high winds. I think Trent McKinney damn near sunk his boat. So it's going to be interesting what the weather will do to the fish. I expect a lot of big fish to be in play. Guys are predicting 70-pound bags for the 3 days, 75 pounds. The conditions might mess that up, but it should look really good going with the warming trend into the weekend. If you guys have a pick to win this tournament, drop it below in the comments. Let's see what you guys think about this giant fishing tournament that's happened this weekend. With the Bassmaster Classic happening here, we had no choice but to make Lake Ray Roberts the lake of the week. So guys, this is a very awesome lake. It's got trees all throughout. It's kind of similar to Lake Fork, and in fact, it's not far away from Lake Fork, maybe an hour and a half drive. You're going to see all these north-facing coves right here that are full of trees, are going to be full of boats this weekend, and you're going to see a ton of big bass caught all throughout this lake. This lower end will probably be a little bit better for pre-spawn, clearer water, but you're going to get up in this upper areas. You're going to see guys throwing crankbaits, spinner baits, and then flipping beds even in some areas. It should be a really awesome tournament. The new 6-inch scramble topwater should be in play in this tournament, especially with the warming trend. In some of these shallow backwater areas, like, take a look here. Some of these really shallow backwater areas, get up there when the sun is super warm. Throw that thing around, they're going to be slaughtering giants up there. So, guys, definitely click to Bassmaster.com to check out this tournament. It's going to be an awesome one. There's a new Bassmaster app to download for the Bassmaster Classic, so also check that out. It's on Bassmaster.com. Now time for everybody's favorite part of the series, the baits of the week, guys. We got one of the same ones from last week on there, and that is the core tackle scamper rig. It's going to be best in spawn and post-spawn areas. But this week we're going to be pairing it with an impact shad from Lake Fork Lures, guys. If you've never fished an impact shad, it's the best fluke bait on the market. It has a little notch right here, and the tail movement is insane on this thing. I hate to release the secret, but it's so good I have to show it to you guys. I'd be using this thing for fry garters, anywhere, even the spawning fish will hit this thing as it comes by, and it's going to be awesome on that new scamper rig by Core Tackle. We got the hat in finally. Super excited to use these things here in the springtime when it warms up here in Nebraska. Pre-spawn areas, we're looking at the 6-cent Scramble 106. This is a brand new bait. I actually got this. They did a Dick's pre-release. I have a couple of these I got a couple months ago from Dick's, but they just released it on their website. This is going to be the new best plopper bait you can get. The colors are insane that you get from 6 cents. It's going to be an awesome bait for topwater for pre-spawn, spawn, and anytime in the summertime. And then in our winter areas, I hate to do it, but I got to put the Ned rig on here because if you want to catch a fish in the winter, you got to throw a Ned rig. So you got the classic the classic Z-Man Finesse TRD turd, the peanut butter and jelly color on your shroom's head. Those tiny little 1/15 ounce, 1/30 ounce weights should be a killer. You guys should be able to catch a few fish on that in any of those winter areas. And then as it warms up, move up to that scramble. It's going to be absolutely dynamite. So guys, those are the baits of the week. Check them out. Go get you some. Just to wrap it up, we got a huge week ahead with severe storms, a warming trend, and the Bassmaster Classic. Be sure to comment your classic winter predictions and let us know where you're fishing this week down in the comments. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We are trying to reach a 500 subscriber goal. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on Friday for the weekend update.